How am I prepared mentally? So mentally it's a competitive fight and I've got to bring competition. So in that sense, mentally it's not just about, all right, I want to box well and all this, just win. Mentally, like win, refuse to be beat. And that's how you mentally approach the fight, just go in there with a winner's mindset.
So Jake, you can fight basically anybody. You decide who your opponents are going to be. Why was this man the right opponent for right now?
I think this talk has been part of the conversation, and we've always wanted to fight each other. There's been some talk back and forth for a couple of years, and my goal is to become world champion and the WBA and WBC.
I don't think it's necessarily fair to AJ. I just know that I have the power and the timing. It's the shots that you don't see coming that knock people out. And I'm a tricky knockout artist that people don't give me enough credit for. I've won knockout of the year. So he has to be careful. And I do have the timing, the speed, and the tricks up my sleeve to be able to hit a shot on this guy that he doesn't see coming that can put him to sleep 1000%.
Jake Paul walked in acting like someone already celebrating before anything has even happened, talking about shocking the world and doing the impossible with this very upbeat confidence that doesn't match the situation at all.
Yeah, if I'm going to be honest, I'm going to break his face, I'm going to break his body up, I'm going to stomp all over him. That's my mentality, right? That's a fighter's mentality, and I know what's in my heart, I know what's in my mind, and I'm here to compete. I'm here to prove myself that I'm the better fighter, so I'm looking forward to it, and I'll do that until I finish fighting, no matter who it is.
On the other side, Anthony Joshua stayed calm and steady. Nothing bothered him. For him, this isn't dramatic. It's just routine. And Jake is the one who
has more pressure on them going into this fight?
100% Anthony. Yeah, 1000%. This is something that's gonna weigh on him, right? Like, because of what you said, I'm going in there, I can fight free. If he starts getting touched up and losing rounds, I think the cookie will crumble.
Jake tried to present himself as the brave outsider pushing against the system, a guy who sees a champion and thinks of a chance instead of danger. AJ answered in his relaxed and respectful way, almost like saying he'll finish the job efficiently and move.
Whatever he said, we'll see if the cookie crumbles. I don't know what to say. I'm confident in myself. Like, I'm not focusing on him. I just know what I can do, and I can't wait to show it. I'm not gonna crumble. I'm solid. I've been through wars, and I'm still standing super strong. I align myself with some of the greatest coaches and greatest fighters in the world because I have that hunger, that desire.
Jake mentioned speed, smart movement, and tricky ideas like he was training for something artistic. Joshua explained steady pressure, patience, and creating hard situations. The sort of comments that make you rethink the matchup.
I don't think there's any chance in the world, knowing what Anthony Joshua is a specialist at, he's a specialist at putting knuckles through your fucking brain, and that's what he's going to try to do to Jake Paul. And anything other than that, if from a 34-year-old Anthony Joshua, will make us all think it's a fixed fight. Whether or not Joshua can do it, whether or not, Jake Paul shocks the world and shows us that he really does know how to box really well and moves really good and uses his jab and blows us all away with a strategy and a lot of footwork and move.
Jake insisted nothing could stop him besides destiny. AJ's reply was basically, all right, let's see if that's real. It was one side bringing excitement and hype, while the other focused on serious prep, like comparing a performance to an exam.
Any secret to boxing a guy like
just get him with the right hand. That's what Jake Paul's looking for, the right hand. And if he lands, he could do good damage. So a lot of people underestimate Jake Paul, but in reality, he's a good fighter and he's dedicated, and that's what I like about him.
One man pushing optimism with a big grin, the other showing the calm of someone who already knows the outcome. And just when the Jake versus AJ tension couldn't rise any higher, Eddie steps in like a relaxed observer, saying everything is already calculated.
You're quoted on record saying that you and AJ must retire if Jake Paul wins on December 19th. Stand by that?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I suppose so. Yeah. Look, I don't see a world where Jake Paul wins this fight. I know that boxing's boxing. I mean, what is it? Roy Jones came out this morning and said Jake Paul can win this fight.
Teddy Atlas as well.
Teddy Atlas. Okay. All right, now I'm a bit worried. I won't retire. AJ should retire if he loses.
I'm sitting here with you, noticing he talks about retirement discussions like planning a weekend. Yet it still carries weight. Eddie is basically saying if AJ doesn't win, we're not doing interviews, we're planning an exit. But he delivers it so cleanly it sounds almost impressive. Then he breaks down AJ's weight plan like a coach explaining training basics, reminding everyone that a lighter AJ means a sharper AJ, which in fight terms means more danger ahead.
Don't forget, AJ's never made weight before, so all of a sudden he's tried. You know, he's been in camp for, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks, and he's probably sitting at, I don't know, 260, 265, and it's like you got to make 245. It's 20 pounds. The weight clause and all of this is going to be an issue. It's something we have to keep our eye on. But I think AJ feels great. I think actually the lighter AJ is, the better he is.
Meanwhile, Jake keeps showing up with champion-level belief, and I respect that. But belief without real heavyweight minutes is like serving plain food and calling it luxury. You, me, and everyone watching can see this is serious. Team AJ is approaching this like a title situation. Eddie says everything so smoothly it feels official. Now I'm sitting here thinking, go ahead, make your predictions and grab your snacks, because one man is imagining greatness and the other is getting his tools ready. History usually favors the trained worker, not the person relying on inspiration.
I see AJ winning this fight with ease, comprehensively, destructively, violently, and I don't see a world where Jake Paul is competitive in the fight, let alone win the fight. But luckily, AJ's not preparing in a way that he just thinks it's a joke. He's preparing for Jake Paul like he's a world title contender. Yes, it's been a little bit of a shorter camp. Yes, we've got to make weight this time around, but it doesn't matter.
Right after Eddie puts us in full business mode talking weight, contracts, and AJ functioning like a polished machine, we slide into Aid Oladipo's view. Suddenly, the vibe shifts from formal talk to that knowledgeable friend who remembers every fight detail and brings food to debates. Listening with you, it's clear Aid doesn't just talk boxing. He shares stories like every questionable call personally bothered him.
One in the top 10, where AJ's taking it seriously. He's answering the questions direct that Ariel's throwing him. There was no, yeah, we're here to kind of f*** around. This is going to be easy. Give me my money. Let me run back to the UK. This was AJ's like, no, we're taking this seriously. And that ain't a good thing for Jake Paul. It isn't. And AJ's that guy anyway. Like, I would never doubt that AJ would take this seriously. But for Jake Paul, I do wonder if realization is kicking in, or maybe he is just that delusional where he doesn't.
He looks at AJ versus Jake Paul, and you can hear the cautious respect, like when someone says they're racing a wild animal for fun. What's funny is Jake sells hope and confidence like ads, while AJ looks like someone who sets reminders to stay focused. One is shouting trust yourself, the other quietly adjusting power. Then Aid covers the bigger boxing picture, and I'm thinking with you that this sport keeps pretending to be peaceful while doing the opposite.
Fascinating press conference. I think one of the biggest takeaways was, and I think we knew this on the circuit anyway, that AJ had left Ben Davison, but he confirmed it. And then he said he's training with Igor. And I wish Ariel pushed him a bit more, because I have no idea who Igor is. I feel like I know quite a few people in this Alexander Usyk camp where AJ is and has been for a while now. But Igor is most certainly not Alexander Usyk's #1 trainer. So I'm guessing it's just someone in the camp. But AJ is now training with that.
From British heavyweight rivalries to global matchups, every fighter seems to want reality show fame and the main spotlight at the same time. But the way Aid breaks it down is the genius. He stays sharp, realistic, and adds humor without losing the point. It's like watching a skilled teacher explain confusion while staying calm. I like it because you and I know that behind all the loud opinions and friendly criticism lies the truth. Boxing doesn't reward noise. It rewards those who prepare properly. And honestly, that mix of excitement, focus, and slight madness is exactly why we're hooked.
I will still stand firm and say AJ should, not will, should get rid of Jake Paul in 1 round. Should. And if he doesn't, then it's more, my questions will be more to AJ. But I'm confident AJ gets this done, and I'm confident AJ hasn't come to play around. So this isn't a case of AJ just come to kind of give the American audience a show and just, you know, make Jake Paul look silly and make Jake Paul miss. And no, I think AJ's come to do damage, collect the check, and go to Saudi and have this fight in February that Turkey's been talking about.
Just as Aid had us in that this is wild but happening mindset, Johnny Nelson steps in and shifts everything into veteran mode. He gives that experienced view like he has seen this story before and already knows how it ends. I'm right here with you, understanding Johnny's reaction. Jake talks like he found new motivation and believes he can glide through heavyweight risks. Belief is good. We respect belief. But this isn't a simple event. This is Anthony Joshua standing there like he has a duty to finish. You can hear it in Johnny's tone, that polite but serious warning telling Jake to move wisely.
Fight itself, I want to see what AJ's presence in front of Jake Paul would be like, because AJ, especially when it comes to fighting, is a serious dude, and I know Jake Paul, the problem child. He can be rude, he can be in your face. Remember when he snatched Floyd Mayweather's hat, and they do all the kind of things. Mike Tyson ended up slapping him in his face and standing on his toe. I think Jake Paul got there, looked up and thought, shall I chance this?
Look, Jake's bravery is surprising in a did that really happen way. His selling belief, storyline, change, all the entertainment pieces. Part of me finds it amusing. The other part is checking if AJ's tools are fully ready. When Nelson reminds everyone that boxing isn't something light, he means every word. Joshua doesn't need chaos or online clout. He only needs one clean moment. Then the whole discussion shifts instantly. It feels like someone challenging a master tactician using beginner rules.
For AJ, I'm stuck in between. Because nobody on this green earth would actually turn down 50, 60 million to fight Jake Paul. And people that don't like this will probably watch it because they want to see Jake Paul getting knocked out. So what does it say about AJ and what does it say about Jake Paul? I think I was thinking upside down. For AJ, I thought, Mama's cashing out. He's cashing out because he's going down this minute line. But I thought in reality,
that's where things become truly interesting. You, me, and everyone watching knows Jake is making big promises his confidence wants to fulfill. But AJ gives off the energy of a man treating this like a job review. Johnny is basically saying what we all think. Keep the attitude and jokes, but don't confuse attention for safety. Because if Jake enters like he's filming content and AJ enters like he's doing serious business, that gap might be the biggest message in the room. And honestly, that pressure is why we're locked in. This is confidence meeting experience. Excitement running into heavyweight reality. Every angle feels wild but entertaining. Jake is imagining outcomes. AJ is moving quietly and exactly. The pressure alone could fill an empty arena. Tell me what you think about all this. Is this history about to happen or a lesson on the way? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to The King Boxing. See you next time.